Welcome, everybody, to our 6th episode of Dungeons & Dragons with Shadow Queen, Chad, and Castellan.
Hello.
G'day, mate. Yes, really?
What country are you from?
I'm from Australia, mate.
You sound British.
I get told that all the time.
Alright, so, we'll do the standard start where I get you guys to give me a quick rundown on what happened in the last sessions. So, we'll start with Chad.
Hello. What happened was, we went to the beach. I tried to fix this guy's hand and this guy's arm, and then I ended up arm, hand, same thing really. I don't pay attention to that kind of stuff, right? When it comes to this guy, whose name I don't remember, and and he instead of trying to fix it, I ended up almost killing him, and then he and I got into this big fight, and we don't like each other right now, but now I think that he's a little sick in the head. And Nisa is on her way here after we ended up killing a bunch of people. No, we ended up killing one gnome. And then we felt real bad for it. And then her wolf ran away. And then now we're back and we're trying to do stuff, and I try to eat souls. That's it.
I feel like you glossed over some bits, but yes, that's very much a nutshell. Nissa, from your perspective, what happened?
We killed a gnome after rampaging through town on a horse and cart. We went back to the beach where we met the very sun elf. Giant disappeared again. We almost turned new friend into a tree, from what I remember. And then we went back to town to get the supplies from the gnomes, and we let the dear sun elf do all the talking. And then Chad started going a little stir crazy, and he's fucked. He's fucked up. And now we're on a carriage to some big city.
Yep, okay.
No, I'm forgetting things, but my brain is.
Do you want to give us any more insight into your disappearing?
Well, I don't know where he went. He's gone.
Yeah.
I yelled at him, and he left. I'm hoping he returns. If he doesn't, rip.
Okay. Yes. How long has your character had that wolf? Like, since it was a pup, right? And since you were a
he
pup,
doesn't like it
effectively.
he doesn't like it when I yell at him. But sometimes I have to yell because he doesn't listen.
Healthy relationships. Matt.
I don't know what those are.
Castellan, what happened in the last session from your perspective?
Well, my perspective is a little lower than the rest of the people in the vision. I looked like I was sitting on a baby stool. But basically, I was great, and everyone else sucked. And my arm got ripped off, and I replaced it. I got the moon elf, star elf. Sorry, I attempted to get them so confused. You're all track of. He almost killed me again. This time, while he was in the room. And then I went and basically promised a halfling access to the Elven Empire in return for assistance dealing with all the shipwrecked people.
I believe it was
And now we're heading off to a... No, I'm sorry. They're all small people. Halfling, same thing, really. And then I arranged for a baggage cart to a town whose name escapes me at the present. I believe it was like Khartoum or something like that. I don't have my notes somewhere.
Corinth.
Correct.
Corinth, sorry. Yeah. Corinth, because it's a city of knowledge, and it's not a city that seems to be arming for war.
Okay. So, anything else you want to know? You need to know before we start? Anything else you have to say? You want to advertise your channels? No?
Oh, I stream 3 times a week, at least. It's Chayud. Chay 3D.
Chay 3D.
Follow me, thanks.
J3D.
Chay 3D.
Shay.
And according to Pacey, I'm gonna have my first ever stream soon.
Yeah.
Chad. 3D.
I will eat your soul.
You keep threatening to do that.
Easy, just drop the link in my thing. Nice. Alright. If there's nothing else, yeah?
Well, I thought we were all. I was waiting for Chad to finish, and Nisa to do her channel.
I thought you were going first. My bad.
All right, that's all right. You go. I don't.
Potato Queen. I mostly play Dead by Daylight, and I play every single day from 12 p.m. till whenever I decide to stop.
I'm Castellan, 4-3. I play Stellaris, Darkest Dungeon, and Battlefield Gothic, although Stellaris is sort of an addiction for me, so at the moment it's just Stellaris all the time. I'm not doing DD with Serenity.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Serenity. Stream Monday, Wednesday, Friday evenings, and Thursday, Friday, Saturday mornings. And last night was our first ever Tuesday night stream where we did a bit of a podcast style talk on DM stuff, which is interesting, and had people stop by and ask questions, which was great. So we're going to do that, I think, most Tuesdays from now on. There'll be something on Tuesday night. There was something cast on.
Yeah, and that may turn into at the moment it's going to be weekly, but it may turn into a fortnightly alternating thing, because I am playing around with the idea of running a Blades in the Dark game, and we've lost Chad.
Yeah, he'll be back. He's just off to the Shadow Realm. Bye, Yugi. Anyways, alright then. So, you guys had stayed the night and a cart was pulled where you... Well,
Stayed in prison.
yeah. Sout and Nisa stayed in prison, and you stayed in a fancier room, motel.
Fancy
Ethelfin?
stretch.
Yeah, it's as fancy as you're gonna find around here. And you
Still
you
well below
you,
my station, but whatever.
you were treated pretty well. But the time had come past for the baggage train to arrive. You guys are going to be going a bit faster, and you'll be a week ahead of everyone else. So when you do go, you'll be paving the way
If I'm a
for
week
the rest of everyone else. Pardon?
If we're a week ahead of everyone, I would be insisting that we go pick up my construct. I'm not leaving that with these folks.
I don't think that's part of the deal you struck.
I don't care.
Okay.
I'm changing the deal. Pray do not change it further.
Okay, well, let's start the session with that then. The cart is pulled up, and there's a on the door to your quarters.
Who is it?
Hello? Your carts are ready.
Oh, good.
Okay, sorry, just reading the chat for a second. Someone said I got no audio, and I was like, "What? What's going on?" But it's just because they hadn't turned Nisa on, turned like their audio on. Yes. The your card is here, and there's enough room and provisions to take you to Corinth. I have a letter here for you to take with you as well, and that will hopefully get you through the gates. The rest of the baggage train with supplies will be following you in about 6 days, and we're gonna make sure that all of your friends from the ship are there to help you and to follow. So, is there anything else I can do for you at all? Anything?
Oh yes. I will be requiring the baggage train we're taking to take a slight detour to the beach where our wreck is, so I can collect my construct. It is an incredibly advanced piece of artificing, and I do not feel comfortable with it in the salt spray.
We we don't really. It's not our baggage train. We had to pull someone in here express overnight from another city.
My eyes narrow the moment they mention that. You say, "Are you telling me that you don't want to assist me recover my artifact?"
Oh, I do. I'm just telling you that I cannot do anything here. You'll have to talk to the coachman that's going to be taking you. I have no power here. I'm sorry.
Daring.
I know, and I pass by, and I'm like, look, I'm gonna go talk to him. I'll go deal with it. I've done enough mess. Let me help. And I kind of just like stroll on forward to the coach guy.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all right.
Yeah, he's just sitting up there, and like you go down the stairs and out the front door, and you have the coach driver there, and he's actually just like quite a nice carriage they've got set up for you. There's 2 separate carts for you guys to be in case you had any supplies you need to take ahead.
And I go to the carriage guy. I'm like, look, there's this really annoying sun elf over there, and he's gonna keep complaining throughout the entire trip if we don't have his stupid like big robot thing. Please, can we please pass by to the beach real quick? We'll pick up his dumb robot, and then you won't hear him complain throughout the entire trip. Plus, he'll be safer because this robot can protect us. Even though, like, in my head, I know that it's like a broken robot at this point.
So, we rode all night to be here, and we are only paid to take you to Corinth. We are leaving in 15 minutes, and if you're not here on the coaches, you will not be taken.
And how much would it be to, for example, to be able to take us back?
Well, you are asking us to move through unknown territory with no guards. It will cost you at least 1,500 gold.
And then I
Frozen?
And then he gets sent to the shadow plane again.
And then his VPN dies.
I think hearing 1,500 gold pieces, he was just like, "Oh my god!" just stunned. Blue screen of death.
Yeah, B-Sod.
You back?
hello. Back.
I don't think you are, Roboto.
He became a robot.
Okay. So, do you overhear any of that, either Nissa or Castle? Aethelfin.
Hello, I'm back.
Aethelfin.
I'm back.
Okay, so you
just
just
sat there for a moment. Boop, and it's like, all right, I'm back. Okay, what?
you've just been told that it cost you 1,500 gold pieces if you want to detour them.
And I want to cast suggestion on him.
Oh. Go for it.
What do I roll?
What do you roll? Ah, damn.
Usually I roll charisma.
Yeah, but you are going to be rolling Arcana. And I'm going to fetch my book because I know where it is now. I just remembered where I put it.
I'm going to be rolling Arcana. Okay, that is... That's not bad, okay.
Sorry. Yes. Go for it.
Rolling the dice. Rolling the dice.
Is that what it says? You just rolling the dice.
It just says, oh yeah, 18.
Okay. What's the spell save for your? What's the DC spell save? You're not there. Holy shit, Chad, get your shit together, son. I'm gonna assume it's 14 at the moment. I succeed. So.
I rolled an 18.
Yeah, I rolled a 19. So you are. Is it my connection?
Oh.
See, everyone's sort of been a bit frozen there. In any case, he sees you sort of mutter something and shakes his head a bit. And what do you say? Because suggestion has a verbal component, which is usually as you you ask something of him. What do you ask of this man? Oh, poor Shai with his terrible internet.
Give me a second. I'll.
It's literally not his internet though. It's not his internet that's doing this.
In any case, what do you say to him, Chad?
Can you hear me? Am I a robot?
Yeah, I can hear you.
We can hear you,
Oh,
not
you can hear me. Okay. I didn't hear what he said to me. What did he say?
He said nothing. You tried to use suggestion, and I said you have to actually suggest something as well. Like you have to ask something or say something.
Oh, the suggestion was take us there.
Sorry, sir, but no, we have been taken away from our usual trade route to come here, and I'm not carting silver back and forward on my usual routes, so this is costing me quite a lot of money.
And I'm like, all right. And I walk back and I go to the Sun Elf. I'm like, I tried.
Of course you did. I don't know why I thought you could actually achieve what you set out to do. That's fine. So I'm gonna stride on out.
Coachman just looks down at you from his position.
Yeah. And what's this I hear about you refusing to do what my assistant requested?
Sir, but I cannot. If you wish for me to take you to the beach, it's going to cost at least 1,500
What are
gold
you
pieces.
being paid?
What am I being paid? Right, I am a trader, sir, and I've been requested to do this through a favor owed to me. So a favor I owe. So.
I see. Well, you do understand the nature of favors then, please. Do you know who I am?
I do not care.
Well, you're a trader, correct? I'm sure you have a limited land route here, but are you a man of vision? Someone who can see well beyond your current scope?
Get to the point.
I am Aethelfin de Winmorn, artificer of House Talinda. You know of House Talinda, surely?
I do not. You are
The
still
Elven
not
Empire.
hurrying to the point, please. You now have 10 minutes before we
My
leave.
word, none of... If you're looking for lucrative trade routes, I can think of none other than one to directly to the heart of the Elven Empire with one of the 3 ruling houses. Perhaps that gives you an idea of who I am.
Again, sir, sorry, but it doesn't. We cannot leave this place. The Crown of Okeanos stops any trade into or out of the surrounding nations.
The what?
The mountain range, you twit.
I walk. Okay. I walk up to the Sun Elf, and once again I try to cast suggestion on the Sun Elf.
Okay, roll an
And I'm
Arcana
just
check.
like-
Is this a charm? A charm magic?
I believe so. Yeah, you got the spell in front of you, Chad?
Okay.
It's an enchantment.
Well, I have advantage to being charmed.
It's not charm, it's an enchantment. Level 2 enchantment.
Roll.
Roll an Arcana again?
Yep. There's a reason you're using Arcana, and I'll let you know that later if you...
Figure it out.
Yeah.
I use one of my lucky rolls to roll again.
Sure.
I use that one.
Okay.
Use that
And what's your spell save DC for him to throw that good old wisdom save out?
one. He needs a... 1 second. 15. 15.
15. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Take a wisdom saving throw, be charmed.
Well, I mean, I should have advantage to that though.
So it's a second level enchantment. Creatures that can't be charmed are immune to this effect. I'm gonna assume you get advantage because of the way it.
It's immune to charm, and creatures that are immune to charm aren't affected by it. I have advantage to being charmed.
Yeah. So
It's,
roll. Roll advantage.
So that would be save.
It's wisdom. So 16 plus something or 18 plus something.
18 plus 1.
Either way, he succeeds.
19.
19? No, he doesn't. He got 19. You got 21, Chad. So.
Oh.
Oh wait, no, sorry, I'm wrong. It's the DC save. Like
the
yours is
DC
15.
Yeah,
I was wrong.
Yeah, my DC is 15.
I'm thinking of a different system after talking about it so much with you last night, Castellan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fine.
So yes, the charm goes through.
Okay.
And what are you suggesting to him?
Let's just
What?
leave.
Here's a spell save. I have to roll over.
Yeah, and that's 15. You rolled over it.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, so how
What?
did you
But
charm it?
hold up. What were you trying to suggest to him? So,
Let's just go and the thing will follow.
okay.
Like it'll be there.
You have studied magic a lot, Aethelfin. Sit there and hear him say this, and you feel this faint pressure on your mind. And you are very sure Star Elf just tried to cast a spell on you.
So if I'm talking to the cart room, like over here, this is just like what happens. What are you doing?
I'm trying to get you to leave. We don't have all we
Spell
don't,
on me, oik.
we don't have all day, and you are being a stubborn little bitch.
Oh, I straight up throttled him.
With
Straight
your
up
one
what?
hand.
One hand, I'm gonna just like grab him by the throat.
And I spit on his face.
Okay. Are
Um,
you gonna try to resist the being grabbed? Or just
it's more I'm holding him.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to resist being grabbed.
Alright, do a athletics versus... If you're gonna try to force him back, you do athletics, Chad. If you're just trying to get out of the way, do an acrobatics.
Yeah.
Get out the way for sure.
Acrobatics then.
$14.
Versus? Alright, so
Ah!
he grabs you by the throat and just like sort of pushes you against the cart. And what do you say to him?
If you try to interfere with my business like this again, there won't be enough bits left of you to resurrect you.
With what on?
I think there's a little bit of a mania behind his eye. My eye. I'd like to roll an intimidate to see if that actually freaks him out a little bit. It's like that, crazy eyes.
I'm gonna flat out say it doesn't, due to what Chai has been going through.
Oh, okay.
So it's been going through recently. He's just like, pfft, whatever.
Okay.
However,
Um,
so you are annoying the man that's helped you
That's
get
helping.
into this
Yeah.
town and is getting you out of this town unmolested, considering you did kill someone last time you were here.
Yeah,
I
I'm
just
just gonna
did
like,
that shit.
I'm gonna like realize like, I'm just gonna walk away and let him deal with it. He's gonna deal with the consequences of it later.
Fair enough.
Well,
I'm gonna go sit next to Nisa and I'm like, this guy.
I'm gonna look at Soot and just sort of shake my head, get up, and walk up to the lovely friend. And yeah, dude, it'll be coming up with everybody else after us, so it's not gonna be on the beach for a long time. It will be following us. So we might as well just go to this town, and then it will arrive shortly after we do.
I'm not leaving without my construct.
Well,
So
then I
you
guess
can
we're
go ahead.
leaving you behind.
Well, good luck getting into the carriage, since the favor that was arranged for me.
If we miss this opportunity because you're being stubborn and don't want to wait like a couple of days, maybe longer, for your artifice to follow us, then that's on you. Because we've already fucked up enough.
I'm going to turn to the coachman and go, you, what is the, how safe are these roads?
very safe, sir. This entire area is policed by Corinth, and you find, I would say, no safer roads in all these lands.
I hear this, don't I?
Yes, you're right there.
Safe my ass. We were walking up this exact road a little bit further down, maybe, and we got ambushed by some thieves. So I don't really trust your opinion on safe.
Sorry, I didn't realize your usually skinny race were very common here and knew our ways. We do not police those roads. This small village does. We police everything inland from here and allow them to stay. This is a human country, and you're here under our sufferance.
Okay, my bad.
Get
all
on the
I thought
cart.
was
I am sick of
it
this.
looked all the same road.
Now,
I'm gonna get on the cart, and I'm gonna look at Sun Elf and just shake my head and get on the cart.
he
joined the
climbs
cart, I
down
just stood
from
on
the
it.
cart, and as he moves, you actually see that he has like a short sword on his hip, and there's his clothes or his coat is over a set of leather armor, quite well made. That's the artificer who would recognize those things.
Right. Quite well made for humans, or quite well made for, like, elves?
Quite well made in the way that an army wants to keep its soldiers alive.
Right. I'm kind of, like, out of character, I'm kind of stuck here because there's no way in hell Aethelfin's going with you if he's going to leave his construct behind. Being this far away from it is probably the absolute extent that he would be willing to leave it. In no way is he leaving it on a baggage train that might be robbed. The thing's made of a metal, so it's instantaneously valuable. Even if someone were to take it and scrap it down, there's just no way he would leave without it. So, I also don't want to belabor the point. So, I think I've got an idea, but I just want to let you guys know that this might be where I leave you if that's not something we can resolve.
Well, I also have an idea. So if you just want to, like I said, the guy stepped down from his cart,
Yeah.
coach, and he's approaching you. What is your problem? Your machinery, your construct?
Yes. You understand. He looks. Everyone looks at the guy's garb and goes, "I can see that you're a man who wears well-made, well-crafted, and clearly a well-resourced armor and arms. My construct is one of the prides. Fantastic. My construct is one of the prides of my house's possessions. If I were to leave it alone with people that are unknown to me, that would be a betrayal of all the oaths I've ever sworn and my own pride as an artificer. Now, as you can see, injured and missing an arm as a result of a magical mishap, and he shoots a look at the two elves. Goes, I have arranged for safe travel for my compatriots, and I understand that you are frustrated by the fact that we are in your territory. But please understand this. We suffered a shipwreck. My manners are possibly not my best at present, so if I've offended you, I do apologize, sir. But I will say this. I cannot leave that construct behind. I would be willing to compensate you in some form or other, whether that is perhaps my services, though limited they currently are, or perhaps I could impart some knowledge to one of your traders. You mentioned that you are in some way responsible for governing the inland areas?
Yes, we govern all the roads from Corinth to the borders of Thebes.
I see. Well, and then I take the blade out of the hang on a minute, actually, one second. Did I think I would have kept the I'm pretty certain I kept the blade, but I remember packaging the blade with the construct. When we rode into town in the cart, did we have the construct in the car? I think we did, actually.
I can't remember. Do you guys remember?
No, we didn't.
I think you left it behind.
No, we didn't, because we left it behind because it was too heavy.
Yeah, to carry around.
And you left it with the other son elf inside. No, it wasn't the captain. It was the other. The captain said that he was going to leave it with
the doctor.
Somebody else.
But I'm pretty sure you took the blade with you.
Yeah, I did. Because it was the only weapon I had. Other than my hammer was broken, my staff was broken. Everything except the crossbow, which I only had like one bolt left for, was gone.
Yep.
So I needed a weapon. So I'm going to pull the sword out of the scabbard, and I go, "Do you see the make of this blade?"
He holds up his hand to you for a second. Sir, just stop. And then he turns to the gnome. He's like, kneels down next to him. Is this the man you've done the favor for to get him into Corinth? And the gnome nods, and he says to the gnome again, when you explain what happened here, I just need you to repeat, the man was hysterical and drew a weapon. And with that, he turns around and draws his sword. Get in the cart now. Alright, so here you take.
I need a moment to think, so...
That's fine.
Okay.
It's one of those. Go.
While he's doing a thing, I'm just gonna sit at the edge of town where the cart is, and I'm just gonna whistle for my wolf to see if he's anywhere nearby.
Okay, I'll get back to you in a sec while he finishes this bit up. What's your AC?
Right.
You didn't push talk.
You're muted.
Make sure he pushes talk. You're gonna
16.
16. Okay, so
Yeah, sorry, it's just the sheet was taking it to load.
he stabs forward, and as you bring the sword up to block, it's a feint, and he smashes the pommel into your face.
I think that the response is completely, just completely shocking. He's like, what? I think he said, what? As he gets smashed into the face. Okay, so I take damage, I assume?
Yeah, you take 6 points of damage, and everyone around just hears, "Sir, you're hysterical, please calm down." put the weapon down and get on the cart for your own good, as he keeps like hitting you in the face.
I think just because he's being assaulted, he's effectively going to drop the weapon out of shock, and probably land on the ground on one arm and be like, my face, except obviously he can't do anything like that. And then he's going to shoot a look at the little gnome, like unveiled just anger.
You hear the gnome like, no, please, he's a client. And that's probably the last thing you hear as the arm's kicked out for you and the man drops a knee onto your face. You're just out cold. We can keep the fight going, but with one arm on the floor and just having someone's body weight to like the temple, you're
That's
probably
He's been knocked
not
out.
good.
That's fine.
So you see the coachman puts Aethelfin over his shoulder and just sort of dumps him in the back of the cart, and then sort of flicks the gnome a silver piece. Sorry, climbs on the cart, and then he turns to you, Sout, and says, "We sent 15 carts down to the beach. My coachmen are part of my former regiment. They are safe. Are we ready to go?"
Yes.
Okay then. And he starts off down the road.
Alright, I'm also gonna just be sitting on the back of the carriage or whatever, and I'm just gonna be whistling to see if my wolf hears me so that he knows where we're going.
Roll a perception check for me.
Rip.
Is.
I assume my property was put in with my person. Not that I know, but I'm just saying, I'm assuming that.
What property are you talking about?
The sword I dropped?
Yeah, of course, that would be picked up, but like anything else, probably not, because the guy was sick of your shit and just put it in the cart and threw it off.
That's fine.
Sout, what are you doing in your travels? Traveling on the cart. He's from.
Yep.
Oh.
Okay, so I'm gonna have to pretty much play as if he's never here until he, like, you know, lets me know. So
That's fine.
okay, I've about 10 minutes.
Okay, I'm back.
What are you doing on the cart
I just
while everyone's traveling along?
while she's looking
I'm just gonna step away for a second.
her. Clearly, like I'm playing my music, trying to, like, because I know her dog also knows me and knows my music, and I also want to bring up morale, so I'm playing my music and
Mhm.
performing.
Okay.
To the best of my abilities.
Roll a performance check.
Okay. $20.
You see, like, this coachman just sort of like tapping his foot as he goes.
Yeah.
But that's about it. The you know, he sort of, you very odd. Like, you're not completely. Oh. Yeah. Not
It's not
completely
completely here right now.
happy with music. You're not. Your soul's not in it. Now he's gone. And Chaz just sort of looks sadly at his flute and stops playing for a moment. You wake up, Aethelfin,
Yes.
sprawled in the back of a cart
Don't know what's
Mhm.
happening with
with
my
the
internet.
sword.
I think it should be fine.
Okay, we'll get back to you in a minute. Sprawled in the back of the cart with your sword next to you.
Right.
The
So
town
is
is
this
receding.
like an open top car?
It is more of a carriage, a soft top that can be unfolded. Keep saying
Right.
cart because someone else said cart now. It's in my head. But yeah, it's more of a carriage or a coach.
What's happening?
Upon waking up,
Hmm.
I'm waiting to see. Are you going to do
You there?
anything? Yeah, I'm here. I can't hear you say anything.
I know. I'm waiting. I thought you were done. That's
No, I'm
all.
like,
I
you
thought
wake
were
up in
waiting
the
for me
back
to-
of the cart, and
Yeah.
then you
Yeah,
dot.
And then I jump out of the cart and go to the beach.
Okay, you are now. If you jump out the carriage, there's another carriage behind you, coming.
Right.
If you jump out, you're gonna take damage.
Yep.
Okay. Roll an acrobatics check.
Cool. 1 sec.
Is there any
13.
way I can like grab his hand to stop him from jumping off?
Or he's opened the doors to this like carriage, and just jumped on out. So if you're on the top of
Unless
it,
he's
back
holding
of
the
it,
sword,
or
we can
inside
get
it,
out.
depends where you are. Because you said back.
Wouldn't? Oh yeah, true. Never mind.
So you rolled 15, did you?
No, I rolled 13.
13? Okay. You take 9 points of damage from the fall.
Okay.
You took what, 6 points before. Alright. So
I've taken 15 points of damage.
the second cart, you roll and you hear a whistle, and the cart behind stops, cart in front stops, and the man at the front gets off the cart and says, I did not want to have to do this. Please return to the cart.
No, that's fine. I will simply return to the beach and take that train. Clearly, you don't understand the value of the item I'm talking about, so thank you very much. Please continue to take these 2 elves with you. I will be fine on the other
I had an agreement,
train.
and that agreement involves getting you to Ranth. As long as you're alive, I don't care
Yes.
how badly damaged you are, so get on the cart before I tie you to the carriage.
You understand this is kidnapping. I'm unwilling to go with you.
Yes, but your property will be following you in about 6 days on a heavily guarded cart, carriage, train, and brought to where you are being billeted.
All right, listen to me. I will comply with your request, but I want you to understand, if my property does not arrive, I will be taking it up with whoever is your senior, if anyone is your senior, and if not, I will be taking every legal recourse I can take to have that item recovered. Do we have an agreement?
That sounds fine to me, since your kind has no legal representation here. Get on the cart. It will be safe. It will be fine.
I'm sorry. I know this is a pain in the ass. I know that I'm dragging the story, but he's just it's a core thing about this character. So maybe, I don't know, try a persuasion on me. I think he's on the. He's
Can I? Yeah, Can I try a persuasion on him?
I mean,
Like,
why
hey, let's
don't you talk to him first, you two, and if you can't do it, the guard will continue. Coach will continue.
And again, I do it.
Like, okay, look, I know you care about your construct, and I realize it's really important, but doing this mission is also very important, and if we don't get to finish this mission on time and properly, having the construct or not, it will be important because we won't be able to leave. You will still fail your leaders. We have to get this mission done. We have to do it as fast as possible. The construct will follow.
This is my life's work. I have spent the last.
And your
100
life's
years-
work won't matter if we can't leave this island. We need to finish it quickly.
And he's like pinching the bridge of his nose. He's like, if I am doomed to stay on this island with my construct, that is a preferable outcome.
Your
Like-
construct
I look at him, and I go, everything you have to fix this artifice would be at home, yes? Do you
Not
think they have this
necessarily.
stuff here?
They would certainly have tools that I could make that would.
Why take that chance? What are the chances that they don't have what you need to fix this? You would be stuck here on this world, or on this island, with a broken artifice. Would you not rather wish to be able to go home and not risk never being able to fix it?
He sort of stares for a moment and goes, at you, Nisa, and goes, for once, you say something that actually makes sense.
Sometimes I'm intelligent.
You're certainly a credit for your kind. Fine. But understand that if something happens to it,
If something happens to it, we will help you find it or do whatever we need to do to help if we can. But
Right.
like he said, these roads are safe. So
I already
we shouldn't
said
have a problem.
fine. Stop blathering in my ear. Got a
Um,
headache.
I get back on the car.
Before you do, the guard grabs your arm, Nissa, and he says to you, "Keep that fool in line. If I do not get back in time, I do not get to trade route, and if I miss that, I will make sure his toy is melted down and delivered scrap."
I just sort of nod, a little bit scared, and get back on the back of the carriage.
And I assume Sout and
Yes.
alright. And off you go. After about, I mean, unless there's anything you guys want to talk about in time, because you've got days.
Oh, he's a sulky.
Just the whole ride. I'm literally still just whistling out in hopes that if Jeeves is anywhere nearby, that at least he knows where we are. He doesn't have to be following, but at least he'll know roughly where we're going. He doesn't have to follow. He can just hear it. But yeah, I'm just whistling out for him.
Okay.
Every time
Yeah,
you
I'm just
whistle after
making
like
sure
about
I'm
6
aggressive.
hours of that, Ethan's like, "Ugh," every time you whistle. It's like,
Good.
"Ugh."
Kind of also doing it to piss him off. Just saying.
So, after a couple days, you guys sort of watch as the cart driver gets, and he opens the because there's a glass window we can see through to him. He opens it. He's like, "We're getting into more dangerous territory here. No human issues, I assure you, but the beasts about can be dangerous. So if you see anything, let me know."
Would you like me to stop whistling?
Yes.
Alright,
Annoying.
Oh, thank you.
I stop whistling.
So you guys get into sort of it's like a very sparse forest with rolling hills and short small mountains. Last I saw speaking in Korean. That's what Paisy just said in chat. So anyways, you see large, like, mountain lions. And when I say large, I mean they're the size of elephants. They are huge. They seem to have there's very, very large creatures. Everything here seems to be twisted out of proportion. You see at one point that leading a pride of these, like, I say mountain lions, not really, they're closer to normal lions, but they just live in mountains, is a large lion with huge scaled wings and some sort of stinger on its tail, and it swoops down and picks up a goat, tearing it apart in the air and taking it back to its pride. But a couple of them break off and do sort of track you.
I don't do anything. I kind of just stay there. I kind of like stay aware if I need to like move. Stay like just in case. But like they kept saying that this place is safe. This road is safe, right? Nothing's gonna happen. So
I
kinda
stare
put
at the
my trust in
creatures
them.
in amazement, and yeah, I'm amazed and kind of in love with all the animals because they look really, really big, but really, really pretty.
I quietly hope that the driver, head trader of this caravan, gets eaten by one of them.
Okay. Your driver ends up going through the night because every time you go to stop, you hear faint growls. When the sun starts to rise, you see sitting on the roadside ahead a very large fine creature.
What does lupine mean?
Wolf.
Oh.
It just seems to be sitting there expectant.
Chiefs?
I was just about to say that. Jeeves?
As you guys say that, its ears perk up and it turns towards. It gets up and like starts padding down the road toward.
I look at it and I start saying, I'm sorry, please come to me. I missed you. And I like start crying. And I'm like, Jeeves, oh my god, Jeeves, I've missed you. I'm so sorry, I love you, I'm so sorry.
As he moves forward, you see the horses start to shake their head and they get a bit agitated and they're not obeying the coachman's command anymore. And he sort of taps on the window, he's like, be careful. And draws a bow from a compartment in front of the carriage and knocks an arrow to it.
I get out of the carriage and I run to Jeeves.
What are you?
You're weak, you can't pick him up.
What are you doing, fool? That's a wolf!
I get out.
That's my wolf. That's my wolf. That's my pet wolf. He's with me. He just kind of disappeared for a couple of days. That's my wolf. He's okay. He's okay.
Like, essentially, I'm using myself as, like, a barrier, kind of like, he's not gonna shoot if I'm there. Like,
I'm gonna...
hey, it's
Are
fine.
you sure about that?
I'm gonna walk up to... I'm gonna try and walk up to Jeeves and pick him up and run back to what I'm assuming is still a moving... the cart's still moving, right?
Yeah, remember that Jeeves stands, like, his shoulder is almost at mid-chest to you. He's very big. If you want to pick him up, you're going to be taking a strength check.
You know, but what I'm saying is, like, is the cart still moving or did we stop?
The cart sort of slowed down a lot as the horses started to get agitated.
Alright, I look at the driver and I go, excuse me, I just... what is your name, by the way, so that I don't have to keep saying sir or dude?
Course.
Course?
Yes, C-A-W-S.
C-A-W-U-S. Cool. Can you slow the cart down enough so that I can quickly go get my wolf and then come back? Like, it won't take more than a couple of seconds. You can still keep going, just slow down like a tiny bit.
Sure, run along.
Alright. I hop off, I run up to Jeeves, I apologize, pat him, and tell him to come jump on top of the carriage with me.
I'm assuming since I like ran up ahead, I'm already there. I'm like, Jeeves! Hi, Jeeves!
See the coach just shaking his head. Like, got to be joking. That thing is not getting on one of my carriages.
Why not? He's perfectly safe. All he will do, he will sit on the back with me. He won't be any problem.
The beast can stay on the road. Preferably in front or behind where it's not going to spook the horses.
I look at Jeeves and I ask him if he can run by the carriage in a way that he's not going to spook the horses, and hope he understands me.
Sort of cocks his head to the side and then takes off at a run down the road.
I'm assuming that means yes.
I would assume something along those lines.
Alright, cool. I get back on the carriage.
Okay, so
And I poke out, I'm like, Jeez, I love you!
the coachman sort of said we have about another 4 days till we arrive.
At any point, are we going to stop and rest, or are we just going to keep going?
I'd like to get out of the Manticore territory, but
Yeah,
you
that's
need
totally fine.
a rest that's not in a plush carriage. Sure, you can find a place to stop.
I mostly say stop in case my wolf needs to sit and rest for a little bit, because since he is running next to the carriage. And how many more days did you say it was till we reach the town?
3 or 4.
And
Yeah,
unless you
so
need to
I'm
rest as
assuming
well.
Jeeves would like to be able to rest, and since he's not allowed on the carriage with myself and everybody else, maybe we could stop just so he can have a bit of a breather at some point once we're out of the dangerous area with the massive pretty lions.
Somehow your pet got ahead of us after we were 2.5 days on the road. I don't think needs us to rest or it.
He's been missing for about a day and a half, maybe 2 days before we left. So he probably had a head start a while ago. We
Well-
we had a fight. He ran away sulking.
He seems well trained.
He is. He just doesn't like it when I yell at him. We had an accident in the town we were previously at, and he spooked the horses as why you don't want him on the carriage. And an incident happened, but he's normally very well trained. He just doesn't like it when I yell at him, which I have to do, unfortunately.
I'd say most things don't like it yelled at, but fine.
Yeah, pretty
I
much.
think. Would you be amenable to business arrangement?
What do you mean?
I would like to buy or hire or wolf.
He is not for sale.
We have a breed of large dogs that we use in the military, and I believe that introducing it is a male, correct?
Yes, he is male. His name is Jeeves.
I believe that breeding the two species could create a larger, fiercer, and hopefully well-controlled war animal. If you could leave him with us for a couple weeks, that would be... I would be in your debt. Or I could pay
I poke at Nisa. I poke at Nisa and I'm like,
What do I get out of this?
What do you want?
Not sure. Can I think about it for the rest of the trip and then let you know when we get into the city?
That'll be fine. If I can offer you free passage to any of the eastern cities, if you wish to go. You can take any of the trade caravans.
I will think it over and let you know when we get to the city.
Okay. And he just back to.
Okay, do I have any idea on how they treat people, how they treat animals at like breeding areas?
You have absolutely no idea.
Because
You've
I
never
know
been
in
to
like
this place ever.
okay, okay. Do I have any idea how they're treated in like other areas, like back at home?
Well, he's not whipping his horses. That's
He's
about
not whipping his horse.
all you can tell right now.
Okay.
He seems to constantly be talking in like low voices to them. He treats them very well. And you guys have been moving constantly, but you haven't been like running. He's not pushing them.
Okay. So like we realize that he's treating them well.
Yes.
Okay. I mentioned that to Nisa. I'm like, hey, I don't know how they treat their animals that they breed, but are you really okay with leaving Jeeves with them for a few weeks?
I'm
Aren't we
still
supposed to
mulling it
leave
over.
anyway?
I don't know what I'm gonna do yet. I wanna think about it and maybe have a look at the other animals that he's talking about, just to see where they live, all that kind of stuff. Like I want to know more before I make my decision. So don't worry.
Okay.
Don't worry.
Interesting.
If I may make a suggestion.
Yes.
No.
I look at Sout and I tell him to shut up.
Okay.
Yes,
The man-
continue what you were saying.
The man previously mentioned that he had fellows that were protecting the other transport, and that they
Yes.
were veterans of his company.
Yes, he did.
A couple of cell swords would be quite useful, don't you think?
What is a cell sword? Sorry,
They're like
I only
mercenaries.
have a bow.
Mercenary.
The people we pay to fight. Yeah.
Having a cell sword
Yeah.
or two, as well as transport to the eastern cities, sounds like a tidy deal to me. And he would offer. Here's the thing: you have to think about these things as a transaction. Sure, you lose Jeeves for a week, but he gains a breed that will last him the rest of his career. If he's smart.
And then I look
Yes,
at
but
the
I
son
wanna
of them, like,
know-
would you do the same trade with your construct?
My construct can't reproduce.
If you put yourself in the same
But
position,
if
you cared about
if your construct could, would you?
What?
if your construct could, would you give up your construct for a week for this? Regardless of what it is, would you give up your construct for a week?
This is not the conversation we're having. I'm advising
But
you
like I said
on
before,
what you could do, not what you should do.
I know, and I appreciate that, but I will definitely think about it.
Answer your question.
I want to
not
know more.
dead corpse.
But
What
as
was
I
that?
said, I want to know more about how they treat their stuff and their other breeds first.
I didn't catch the last thing you said.
I said, and in to answer your question, Star Elf, not over my dead body.
So,
And that's probably all you get from him for the rest of the journey as well.
that night you pull into a small cave, and inside the cave you find 4 more horses and 2 guards. And pull in, we'll be resting here the night and changing. Ones have done well to get us this far with as little sleep as we had. We'll be
Yeah.
safe here.
Okay. I'm just gonna sit just outside the cave, maybe in like a little hidden spot of trees, maybe. And I whistle like very quietly, enough for Jeeves to him. I'm assuming Jeeves is nearby, just to get him to come and rest.
I want to wait until everyone's asleep.
Okay. The two guards will watch you guys quite closely, and they're sort of talking between themselves. And they've got like a couple dice and some cards, keeping themselves entertained while they're also the cave mouth.
I walk up to the guards and try to play dice and cards with them.
All right. Roll a perception check.
Perception check. Okay.
Okay. So, as you walk up, you hear one of them be like, "Aleph coming."
What?
What do we say? The Aleph's coming.
Elves? Oh.
What do we
Look, hey,
say?
I want to play with you guys.
Oh, hi. You know, do you know how to play?
I can play a bunch of games considering and I take out my violin considering I'm a bard. I've been to many places and I've learned many things.
Okay.
Especially how to play.
You perform in the theater.
No, I do not, unfortunately. Not yet.
Oh, I never thought I'd see one of you. Thought you were a myth. Not many people are gonna know about your kind where you're heading. You look different than the books say. Say Aleph are you know, tan from the sun and have golden hair.
There
That's a good question.
are
Can I
a bunch
hear
of
this?
different kinds of elves and
Elves?
Alephs, I believe, what you call us. There are a bunch of different kinds, and not every single one of us look the same. Some of us have a blue tint. Some of us even swim in the water all the time.
We can swim too.
No, like all the time. Like they live by the sea, like all the time. Like all the time.
Like the traders.
Like they have gills and shit.
Like, wait, what? Gills? People can't
Yeah.
have... Guess you're not people though, are you?
But we're not people. We're Alephs. But regardless, I don't mean any of you guys any harm. Neither does anyone here.
Alright, if you...
And I just want to play.
Alright. Got any coin?
I have. Wait, Nisa, you have all my coin.
Do I?
She's
Yeah, when you
outside
killed all those
in the
people?
trees. By herself.
I'm
Oh.
outside the cave. I have no idea what the fuck's going on. I'm patting Jeeves at the moment.
I don't have coin, but I have a health potion. I'm like, I can give this.
What's that?
It's a health potion. It's actually worth about like 40 gold.
What's a health potion?
If you get hurt, you drink it and you feel better.
It was medicine. Why don't you just say it was medicine?
It's medicine. Yeah, it's medicine. Yeah.
Okay.
It's medicine, but it's like instant medicine.
Did you get this from your home?
I got this from my home. Yeah.
But we were told that magic doesn't work outside the crown.
This is a selective kind of magic which we can find.
Oh.
How loud is this conversation? Like, I think Nisa and I.
It's Yat Night
I
in
don't
a
know where
cave.
you are, but I'm outside the
But
cave. I'm
if you
outside
guys
the
are
cave.
asleep, you can't hear it. If you're awake, you can roll perception check.
I'm awake.
Yeah, well, you're
I'm
outside.
definitely awake.
You are outside. You said you want to go
I thought it was-
It
outside.
was in the mouth. I thought you said it was in the mouth of the cave.
No, they're watching the mouth of the cave. You said you wanted to go outside and pat Jeeves and find like your own
Oh,
little, like,
yeah, no, I
place.
was just. I was like, what?
I'm just in the corner looking at my where my other hand would be, and my hand is, and I'm just flexing my hand, and I'm going, why am I still here? Just a suffer. Every night I can feel my leg and my arm.
Okay.
I'm doing, cause yeah. Casmilla. But like he's just sitting there freaking out about his.
Are you rolling perception to hear this conversation or not?
Well, I mean, my I don't know if I'm not. I don't think he's concentrating on it, but his passive perception is like 13. So if you think that would be enough for me to notice, then
Yeah, I'd say you notice. I'd say you notice. It's an echoey cave, right? Like you hear a bit.
Yeah, I think he's like every time Soot tries to explain like elves, he's like.
Okay.
And like it's getting more and more pronounced. It's like the guy like in the background going, "You're wrong."
Okay.
And I if I hear him say that, I'm like, that guy's kind of racist.
The two guards be like, "Is your friend alright?"
He's kind of racist, and he just like ignores everyone and pretends he's the best.
It sounds like
That's
he's
because
sick.
I am the best.
He's a little like sick in the head, so just kind of ignore him.
Better than you, Star Elf.
Look at it. He doesn't even call me by my name.
It's. We have there's cities here with people like him. They are all classist. They think they're better than everyone just because of their birth. Mostly idiots. But
And hence this guy.
Yet they still run everything. So are they really idiots?
it depends on the city. Some are run fairly well. That's because they send them to our school. So it's hard to tell.
Let's just ignore him. Worthless trash. Let's just play. Let's just play.
Okay, and they get out a cup and some dice. So, they're just gonna say your highest number wins. And
Okay.
it's 2d6.
I rolled my luck. I used my luck.
Tell you what, if you want to use your luck here, I'm gonna say that you are cheating.
No. Okay, I don't use my luck.
And if you want to not use your luck, you can still cheat, but you have to use sleight of hand to like trade out a dice, or like roll it.
No. No, I don't mind losing.
So they do that, and that's how it works. But for the next game, you have to offer something. What have you got?
I don't have any items, but I could. I actually don't have anything. Damn it. Okay.
What's that, Star Elf? You're out of money already?
I could give you him as a
want to
slave.
play Lord Aleph?
No. No, I'm fine. But I do jingle up the 15 coins that the halfling gave to me. They go, but I do understand my... And then he runs down a list of like friend, compatriot, associate, like traveling person, fellow elf, this elf here, this 15 coin stand for just a measly 100% interest.
You're not worth it. And I just sit back and I'm like, I'm just enjoying this game, and I sit and I focus on the game, completely ignoring his existence.
Okay. Are you doing anything outside, Nissa?
I'm checking on Jeeves, make sure he's okay.
He's got a
and
few.
apologizing.
Alright,
Yeah, he's got a few what?
got a few cuts from scraps. You can see he's like got claw marks along his snout, and he's got 2 puncture wounds, like where he was bitten by something.
I still have my bag with my poultices in it, don't I?
Yep.
I used one of those on him.
Yep. Okay, do you want to roll your healing? How many? 8, I think it is. Your first level healing spells. I think it's just 1d8 plus wisdom. I think.
Let me check.
Cure wounds, right?
Yeah, that's it.
So this. Cure wounds. Yeah, just 1d8 plus wisdom.
Alright, cool. I couldn't remember. I was like, oh fuck, what is
It's
it
alright,
cost?
I got it here. That's why I have the books.
7.
7. All right, he's fine after that. Like you see them sort of like close up and they just become scabs, like deep cuts. And he's
Alright, and as I'm doing this, I look at him and I pat him on the head and I look him in the eye and I go, I'm really sorry for yelling. I won't ever do it again.
you
And I hug him.
feel when you hug him, he sort of like pushes his head into your chest, and you feel this like it's less words and more the emotion of a chuckle, and then clear the word liar.
No.
I giggle a little bit. I giggle a little bit and I look at him and I go, I'll show you. I won't do it again.
Okay.
I put him so he's laying down, like I tell him to lay down and go to sleep.
Okay. As he starts to drift off, you see his head snap up, and all the hair and fur on his back starts standing up, and this like deep, wet growl starts like thrumming through his chest.
Jeeves, what's wrong? Do you send something? What's up?
Sort of gets real
I start
low
to look around.
and starts.
Where is he looking? Like
He's looking straight out away from the cave mouth.
Alright, I look in that direction and am I able to see anything or notice anything at all?
Roll a perception check.
20.
Jeez. You see 4 men standing and just sort of like watching from a distance. They're covered in relatively form-fitting clothing, and they each have a cloak which is breaking up their outline in the night.
I look at Jeeves and I go, sit and stay low. Don't move. And I sort of sleek into the cave to go sort of warn the others, to let them know that there's people outside.
Okay. Can I get you to roll a stealth check?
$21.
It's pretty good. So you go inside, and the guards sort of like hearing you come, like as you come in, they get close enough, like, oh shit, there's someone here, and they realize it's you. They put their swords away, sit back down, and so like exchange guilty looks with each other, and then with you, Chad. Soot.
Hi.
Sorry, pardon. Distracted us. We'll...
It's okay.
I walk up to the guards and I go, there's men outside. They're in the shadows. My wolf noticed them. I thought I'd come in and let you guys know that there are men outside the cave.
Did you get a good look at them?
Kind of. I think there's about 4 of them. They have they're dressed in, I don't know, is it leather armor? Is that what you call it?
I think he said form-fitted armor.
Yeah, 4. That's the word I was looking for. God damn words. He's in they're in form. They're in fitted armor, and they have a cloak thing trying to conceal themselves in the shadows, trying to hide.
Okay, you are. That. Oh, okay. You good with that bow?
I can be sometimes.
Alright. Wake your friends. Hold the cave mouth. We're going to go see what's out there. It'll be best though if we stay here where we have a choke point. And you see them. They go to a piece of wall, and it's actually like a fake piece of the cave. They roll a bit aside, and they take out 2 shields, and they march out with that in close formation. And you can see that they're actually as soon as they snap to it, they're really well trained. And when they were sitting there, sort of hunched around the table playing cards, but they stand up, and they're about 5'10", and you'd say about 90 to 100 kilos of muscle. They're big dudes, and they seem to move with a bit of grace. Like you can tell they are trained soldiers.
And I jab at Nisa. I'm like, Jeeves.
He's outside sitting next to the cave, next to the tree. He's told him to stay out of the way. So hopefully he'll be okay. And I go to wake everybody else up.
You hear one of
Let him
the
sleep,
guards
so-
just be like, "Holy shit, fucking dog," and keep moving. Because you told Jeeves to sit, so he's just sitting stock still, just around the corner of the cave mouth. So he's just like looks at them as they come out the door.
Yeah, well, he's listening, so that's a good sign, right?
Yeah.
I make sure to
away.
follow. I make sure to like follow them a little bit, a few steps behind.
I stand up and I've got my hand on the blade in the sheath, and I do nothing else with that except sarcastically go, "Oh, these roads are so safe. Nothing will happen."
I also have my bow out ready, and I'm like standing. We're all standing. Like I sort of issue them to like stand somewhat in the mouth, weapons ready in case anything happens.
The coach driver who's still laying there just sort of looks across to you. Aethelfin, men are risking their lives. Make sure that you are safe and these roads are safe. Spectres. Not another
Doesn't
word.
respond.
So he heads on out. They head on out, and you hear them sort of like, "Hey, you there? What are you doing?" And then you hear the sound of arrows hitting trees, the rock mouth, the cave mouth, and their shields, and they start backing away. You can hear Jeeves growling, and you get the feeling of a question in your mind, Nissa, of stay, chase, come to you. That's it. And the
Come to
images
me.
are just like him sitting there, him ripping one of these people apart, or him by your side. But you get it framed as a question.
Come to me.
Okay. The
But slowly. I'm telling him to like kind of sneakily come to me, not like spook anything, just
Mhm.
normally.
Okay, so the guards, as they back away, he actually says quite a few arrows in their shields. And they turn to you like, grab some shields, form up at the cave mouth.
I run back. I'm like, shields, shields, give me shields.
I have
Okay.
my bow and arrow drawn, so I'm standing there.
Okay.
And I go, where's the guard guy, the guy who was like, he said, we need shields and we need to go by the cave mouth.
Okay. When you go to the hole inside cave that has all the weapon stuff in it, you find that there are 4 round shields, 4 like longer oval shields, 4 pikes, and 4 short leaf blades made of some sort of like it's not the gray of steel or iron. It's more of a bronze color. So you can grab any of that you wish and form up.
Do I know which one would be most appropriate?
You're in a cave.
I would use. They asked for shield, so I'm gonna get like the best looking shield.
Okay. So one of the longer ones, the long oval ones, which covers most of your body.
Yes.
Aethelfin, what are you doing?
I think.
And make
you
sure to be like
also-
shields, shields.
Yes, we know. And I nudge the star elf out the way, and I grab one of the oval shields, and I hold it in my one good arm, and I'm like, I throw it in the air and catch the grip, and try and see how easy it is to disengage from it.
Pretty easy.
And I go, well, alright. And then I don't form up with the rest of them because I'm kind of pointless as a frontliner. So I stand there like, now, is this a shield or a buckler?
No, this is a shield.
Okay, cool. I have to improve my AC.
I'll be back in 1 second.
No problem. Okay, so the arrows are coming in. Do you guys want to, like Nissa, are you going to return fire? Do you want to stand there? How would you like this? They're waiting.
Can I see them? The people that are shooting arrows at us.
You can. You're the only one.
All right. There's no one in front of me except for the 2 guards. Yeah.
Technically, at this point, there would be Aethel, Sout, 2 guards, and the commander is also grabbing stuff now.
Is it possible to get this so that I can like see it on like a map or anything like that, so I can see the formation of people?
Not at the moment. Just imagine that there is just 4 people in a line with you behind them. That's it. Just 4 people in a line with you behind them.
I kind of aim for one of the dudes that's attacking us in between other people's heads so I don't get anybody else.
Mhm.
And I aim for whichever one is in my direct line of sight, I guess.
That's fine. There's just 4 standing behind, like they're now behind different trees. They lean out and they fire. And also when people tend to brace with shields, they don't stand up straight. They duck down behind them, so they'll be lower than you. If you stand up, you can quite easily fire over their heads.
Right, cool. I stand up and aim for one of them.
Yeah, this was just you know, I'll actually explain later. All right, so roll a dice. Roll d20 to hit one of these guys.
19.
Yeah, that'll do it. Roll damage.
Okay, I'm back. Nissa, you're quiet.
Yeah, so I was just rolling my attacks as well. As soon as Nissa tells me what she's got, we can continue. Okay. Nissa?
Yeah, give me a sec. I'm doing math.
Math is hard.
5. I was trying to remember, like, shit, what ones do I roll for my bow? I can't fucking remember.
Okay, so your shot hits a guy in like the right side of his torso, and he sort of just grunts, takes a hit, and you see him just lean down, snap it off, and tie some cloth around the end, so it's not jutting out too far, and then he just leans back out and keeps firing. 3 arrows hit 1 guard that's by your side, and it's high, like it's looped over high in the shoulder, and 2 into one of his legs, and he sort of goes down, and Jeeves leans forward and just like snaps onto his armor and pulls him back out the way. But the rain of arrows is diminishing. These people are backing away. You want to give chase, or do you want to stay there?
Can I like stealthily follow them so they don't see me, so I know where they're going, but they can't see me at all?
You can attempt to.
Well, I'm going to attempt to then.
Yep. Roll a stealth check.
24.
Okay, you move out of the cave at a decent pace with the people ahead of you moving away. You can't tell if they've seen you or not, but Jeeves is now following you though as well, skulking behind you.
As long as he's being quiet.
Okay, you
Do I see any of them?
no.
Okay.
We're gone. We gone.
You go out to where the one you hit was, and there is a there's a nail in a tree with a letter.
Can I read the, like, can I actually like physically see the, I rip the letter off and look at it.
You do not recognize the script.
Alright, I'll put it in my bag or my pocket if I have one.
Yeah, you have a pocket.
Okay, cool. I just sort of fold it up and I put it in my pocket and I keep sort of seeing in which direction they go, so I can tell the others which way they went.
Okay, they're backing away, and I'm gonna just roll. Oh, I realized I have to get a 20 for them to see you. Your fucking stealth is so high.
Yeah, bitch.
So, they sit there, and they are like, there's two firing arrows backwards, and the last one is supporting the injured one, and they're moving away. They get a certain distance, you see them mount the horses and move off.
Do I see which direction they go?
They are heading northeast. They're not following the road, they're going just across country. And you see a very brief glance. Actually, roll a perception check before I continue. Yep. You see a brief glance of a symbol, which is a star in a circle, and it's on a shield that is on the side of one of these horses.
What kind of star? Is it just like a normal star, or is it
Yep.
like a specific kind of star?
Just a normal star circle.
Okay. I turn around and head back towards the cave.
What was that?
How many
I turn
points?
around.
5.
Oh, sorry.
Excellent. 5 points.
Okay.
Yeah, I turn around and I walk back. I go back towards the cave with
You know-
Jeeves at foot.
You know what that means, though, right? Captain America's around.
Yes, they were the Avengers.
The Avengers are trying to kill us. We're doing
And we
something
won.
right. Didn't win yet. They're little bitches and they ran away. It's fine. But yeah, I go back to the cave to let
Okay.
everybody know, and I
Don't make one of them angry. That's all I ask.
Yeah, okay.
I like having.
did shoot one, so I'm gonna assume
So-
he's angry at me.
You guys keep moving. Sorry, you guys move back to the cave, and the coachman sort of sitting there is like, what was out there?
Well, I followed them as far as I could. They mounted some horses and headed northeast. They weren't taking a road. They were just running. They were just going straight across the country. And they had these shields with a star in the middle, and it was like a circle around the star. Does that mean anything to you?
Not really. I'm not
I also
well
pull out
versed.
the letter out of
Oh,
my
I'm watching
pocket,
this
and
exchange.
I go, this was nailed to the tree just outside of the cave where they were attacking us from. I don't understand the scripture.
He opens it and has a quick glance at it. He's like, someone wants you dead. This is
Me?
all of
Or-
you. This is an odd dialect, but effectively in common language it means death to foreign invaders.
Oh, so they're racist.
And everyone.
Elf.
And I
Why are
just
you
think
so obsessed with that? So, these roads are completely safe and my compatriots will be fine along the road. As long as these shadows don't return, of course. And the manticores don't get them.
Yes.
He did say we wouldn't have any issues if you're human, technically. We're not. You don't really see many elves in these parts, so I wouldn't be surprised if they think that we're invaders.
My question is, how did they know?
I wish I knew.
Beats me.
Who have you been talking?
I look at Soot and I look at him and I go, it's either the people that brought us here or the strange man on the boat.
But we haven't talked to them in We haven't talked to them
Or
since.
perhaps it's the town that we just came from where you created some controversy.
Or
Do you think
probably
of that?
It could be that too, but I don't understand why they'd be coming from what I'm assuming is the opposite way that we came.
And they're a
How would they
port,
have gotten
aren't
word?
they? Yeah.
How would they have
They're
We
gotten
were
tell
word
there
that they
for
out?
a few
themselves.
days.
Well, it could be as that as well. I guess we won't know until we go and find out, I guess.
But even the
Yes.
people at the town, especially the guy who was with you, he needed you to be alive to get back home to get what he wants. And he's the only one who knew
What
which direction we were going to.
what scripture is this letter written in?
Oh, it's an old dialect from when the surrounding area was tribal in nature and not united cities. Corinth. Look, when we get to the city, I will send 5 sentries out to hold this area. These sort of attacks are not common. That symbol is not used by any group I've ever seen, but generally, that is a symbol of unity. 6 great cities, one. So, someone is after you and using that symbol. It is odd, but I will get my guard and I will also captain, and we will make sure this area is safe passage.
Thank you. Is there any
Hmm.
books in the city that we're heading to that talk about like the history of this place at all?
There are 3 great colleges of our nations here, and Corinth as the largest and I guess least specialized, but also the most respected. It covers matters of history and philosophy, mathematics, science, magic. We have a large arcanum section. I said engineering. We have architecture. There is many people that could help you. However, to get access to the university, you need to be a citizen.
That's fine. Just wanted to ask if there was any way I could read books, but that's perfectly fine. Thank you for answering my question.
No problem.
And I walk up because I remember one of the guards has been shot, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah,
And
that's
I'm-
what I was gonna ask. Is he
And
still
I'm
alive?
like, one of them has one of the people here has a health potion medicine that I get that they have taken from me. I think that man
You
deserves
mean they
to
want
drink
it
some
of
of that
you?
medicine.
What was that?
Excuse
Ethel?
me?
You mean they want it of you?
Yes, they want it off me, and I think they need to drink that potion to help them. To drink the medicine to help them feel better.
Okay. Do you remember what I told you it did?
It's just a regular cure light wounds.
Not quite. It's like half a
Right.
cure light wounds. So yeah. Roll your 1d8.
I'd find that back alley health potion.
Hmm.
No, we. Yeah, okay, 1d8. Yeah, we have one more. So 1d8, right?
Yep, and then halved.
Right.
Oh, he healed for two hit points.
Oh, it's
So
full health then.
he took a bit of damage. So he's sits there and he sort of his friend had been taking the arrow out of his shoulder, which is probably the least of his injuries. And after drinking the health potion, the bleeding there stops, but you can still see that there's blood oozing.
I want to go up and try to cast cure light wounds.
Right.
Okay. Roll an Arcana check at disadvantage.
11.
You sit there, and you, if I remember correctly, you play to cast, right?
I play.
So
Yes, I
you
play to cast.
you sit, you kneel next to this person, and you take out your violin, and you start. You deep breath, and you put the bow to strings. And
Actually,
as-
can I use my luck for it? Can I use my luck for it? I have
Yes.
3 uses of luck. I got the 16. I used the 16.
You put bow to string, and there's this horrible discordant sound as you bring it back, and you see five deep claw marks start gouging down the inside of the cave wall, and as you draw the bow back again, it sort of hits that sweet spot and starts playing normally, and the claw marks stop. And the entire cave turns to look at these claw marks and just... What was that? But you do cast Cure Light Wounds on this man. Like,
Okay. Okay, so it's what does Cure Light Wounds do again?
1d8 plus Wisdom. Sorry, plus Charisma for you.
1d8 plus. Isn't it 1d8 plus spell casting?
Yeah, so Charisma for you.
Yes. Yes. 1d8 plus charisma. Yeah. Okay. Fine.
Okay. So, no. Please explain. What was that?
Honestly, I have no idea.
Roll a deception, please.
20.
The lying motherfucker, but he says, never seen anything like You've healed this man somewhat. We still have to remove the arrows, so it might have been better if you'd waited a moment, but you've at least eased his pain. However, the moment you played, that happened.
Isn't it terrifying? And I look and I kind of pretend to be like really scared. I'm like, I don't know what that is. It's not
I
like
look
this has never
directly
happened before.
at you, Soot, and I'm like, the eyes of Aethelfin at you are just like, dead, and like, you can almost see the clockwork in the back of his mind wheeling as to, I could tell them exactly what's going on. And I know that you know that I know. Yeah.
Maybe you shouldn't play that anymore in here. It might be better, safer.
I think you're right. I think you're right. And I just like, and I just put like I kind of like hold my violin, kind of like we're good.
I'm gonna
not gonna
walk
play it,
over
it's not
and I'm gonna walk over, push Soot out the way, and I go, "Let a real elf handle this." And I crouch down and I look at the injured man. He's still got the arrows in him.
Yeah, the flesh has actually like healed around the arrows, so they're sort of like, yeah, they're gonna be stuck pretty hard there.
All right.
And you hear the
I say,
other
well,
soldier. He starts muttering something in a language you don't quite understand, but you do catch the word Aleph, and the way he's talking is a little bit, he's upset about this because he's trying to console his friend is the other sort of emotion you get across. One of those, this is gonna hurt, I'm sorry, buddy.
yeah. Okay. Well, why don't you pull these arrows out of this poor man? I only have one hand. Couldn't quite get the purchase required. And then I fish into my inner pocket and I pull out one of my my rubies.
Mhm.
And then I go around and look at each other and go, do any of you perhaps have a piece of Actually, you give me that shield. And does anyone here have a hammer, possibly for attacking for horses?
So, due respect, I don't know what he
Don't
did.
question me. Do it. Do
Right.
you want your man to be healed or not?
That's the thing. I was just gonna say that maybe we shouldn't throw magic around in here because it seems that's what he did.
I point at the staff and I go, he is a dilettante. I am a professional.
Well, I'm going to remove these arrows. You can fetch the shield. It'll be fine. And he sits there and he takes his knife. He pops the head of the arrow off, pops the back of it off so that fletching's gone. And then yes.
I just want to say that when I cast that, because I remember you saying that you removed one of the arrows for some reason, I assumed that like
The shoulder.
the arrows were gone.
No, I took the one out of his shoulder, but not the ones out of his legs yet.
Yeah, okay. That was my
It's fine.
bad.
Fine. All part of the game. So
It's all part of
so he then takes one of their own one of the mist arrows and puts a cloth around it and like puts it in his friend's mouth. He's like, "Sorry, mate," and just shoves down, pushing the arrow out the back of the leg, and pulls out. And you can see that the arrow, that one had already pierced all the way through. And he plugs the wounds, and he looks up at you. Hold this.
Certainly, and I try to do it with one hand.
I didn't mean you.
The shield and the hammer.
Sout.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh,
Can,
okay.
can you hold this wound?
Yes, and I hold it.
And then the man comes to you. He's like, professional. One of those arrows didn't go all the way through his leg. Head is still in there. What do you recommend?
How far in?
I'd say it's about halfway through his calf.
I'm going to look at the arrowhead on the one that's in the man's mouth, the one that they pushed all the way through.
Mhm.
From the arrowhead, I'd be able to intuit how much damage that would do if it's left inside versus whether or not it'd be worth pulling out.
You're all
can I
intelligence
potentially
check.
make a medicine roll or
Yeah.
an intelligence check?
Intelligence or medicine.
Well, medicine's wisdom, so I suck at wisdom, but that's okay. Let's do a 1d20. Yes.
You look at
Yes.
it and you remember
Yes.
reading textbooks that you should pull the arrow out, and you so
So I turn to him and I go,
you pull the arrow out, so you should pull it out the way it went in.
yeah, I said, you should pull that out the way it came in.
Okay.
No matter. So long as I'm given my shield and my hammer, I am able to heal this man.
Okay. So you sure?
Yes.
Well, you're
Listen,
the doctor.
let me explain this to you in simple terms. This crystal here, and I pull up the crystal, contains within it healing power. I cannot crush this crystal with my hand because it is a crystal. If I utilize a hammer and a hard surface, I should be able to release its power. I will then transfer this power into your man, and he will heal himself.
Well,
It should be quite miraculous, I'm sure, to your eyes. It's very elementary to me. Now pull that arrow out of that man's leg.
we have a shield next to the man, and any rock will do. We haven't got a hammer. I'm sorry. And he moves over and he's like, "Oh, sorry." And he grabs the arrow. And yanks it out of the guy's leg, and it takes a good chunk of the muscle pulled out of his leg. He immediately starts hemorrhaging.
All right. I like, oh crap, and I lean forward.
I'm watching this, obviously, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Can I, like, run up and use one of my poultices?
Yeah, if you want, you can try that. Well, what are you doing, Castle?
I'm putting the crystal on the shield. I'm going to move the guy's hand close to the crystal, so I'm able to basically go and put it right on the residue once it's broken. And then I get a rock and I go to smash
Okay,
it.
I want you to
Roll
do two things
physical
now. I
will
want
be
you to do
happen
a
simultaneously.
sleight of hand check. Yep, and a strength check. I can't hear you because you've not hit push talk.
Right. So that would be 15 for the sleight of hand, and for strength, that will be a 9.
Okay, so you hit the crystal, and a very, very faint crack appears in its surface. But that's about it.
I go do it again.
Yep.
90-20, baby.
Okay, the crystal shatters, and there's the sound of a thunderclap in the room. All the horses rear and spook. However, they are like tied up pretty well. So
I'm
Yeah.
I'm already pulling this man's hand to absorb the power that's being released from this crystal.
all right. So can I get you, Nissa, to roll your healing spell, and you, Castellan, to roll yours. And Castellan,
So
yours
what
will be
am I?
halved.
What am I rolling? Okay, what am I
1d8
rolling?
plus 1d8 plus int, I believe, for you, but it'll be halved.
Well, actually, it's 1d8 plus 1d8 per spell level, so that's 3d8. So
Are
I
you-
guess what? I roll 3d8 and half the damage.
Wait, hold up. Are you casting it at 3rd level?
Well, it's an item. It's cure wounds.
Okay.
It's just it's not cast at 3rd level. It's just that's what it is.
Okay, cool. That's
From
fine.
what I
But
understand.
like I said, it's still going to be halved.
That's fine. So it's a total of 19. So half of that would be what?
10.
9.5.
10.
9, 10. Plus spellcast. Oh, sorry. Actually, yeah, plus spellcasting ability. What's my spellcasting ability? Plus 6. So it's actually 25 total.
Okay.
I'm gonna wait till he's finished to see what happens.
12 points.
So
Cool.
28. 8.
That'd be
Uh,
what? 13.
and then you, Nissa?
Mine would be a 7, so probably not too much, but at least I will contribute.
Okay. He heals. The wound seals over, but his leg, instead of being a shaped calf now, sort of is all fucked up, where it's pretty much the skin is closed over the wound, but it's formed around the huge chunk of flesh that's missing. And he sort of sighs as the pain diminishes, passes out. But his friend is looking at the leg and then looks at you like, "What have you done to his leg?"
I did nothing. I healed him. You see how he's not bleeding to death? And he doesn't have a foreign object in his body? And that he's
I want-
alive? And he's
I wanna make a-
sedated?
I want to make a scene, a little
Mhm.
bit of a scene.
Mhm.
I want to make a scene so that everyone here, all the humans, understand that I am deeply touched and deeply emotionally affected by this man who has just been damaged by this creature, the sun elf, who did this to him.
Performance check.
A performance check or a deception?
Performance check. Because I believe that you are hating on this man quite a bit. So holy shit. All of them turn and look at you, Aethelfin. And what do you say exactly, Sout?
How could you do this to him? He helped save us. He protected us. And you do this to his leg?
Okay.
You say he's cured. You have no empathy.
They all turn to
Okay,
you. And they're like, and the commander's like, this man may never walk again.
And he's alive. And I turn and look at Soot and I go, I'm not the one drawing on forces from another plane of existence, one held in the grasp of ethereal beings.
I was
and
born
bringing them
with
into
fey
this
magic,
world.
you. And I just.
Born with fey magic. Yes, elves. Ah, I understand. Star elf. And I think there's a little bit of like slight hysteria because he's like, he knows the eyes already. He goes, this man was about to die. This man and this elf was attempting to
What's your AC?
pull dark
Aslan?
forces into this.
Without your dex?
Shit. Without my dex.
Hmm?
12.
You knock the fuck out. You get a pommel to the back of the head. You can choose to go down, or you can choose to take a few more hits. It's up to you.
No, I think he.
Yep. You wake up about 15 minutes later with a gag in your mouth, and your hands and feet are tied. Take a break there, I think.
That's a good plan, I think.
Alright, guys, thank you for stopping around for this slot. We will be going for about 10 minutes, and then we'll get back to it. We just need to, grab a bit to eat, drink, whatnot. So, see you all soon. If you have any questions you want to ask, throw them in the chat, and we'll read them when we get back. Alright.
See you in a bit.
Back.